You are your guidance, and better said, guidance flows through you. It's always very important, especially on the self-healing journey, when you're awakening from how you lived before and you're awakening into the possibilities of how you can live. Usually when you're also awakening from the role of the victim, where you didn't know there's another way, into the role of the creator, where you know you create your reality, and once you become responsible for all in your reality, you can create anything for yourself. Your life can be the way you desire. It's very important to remind yourself that there is guidance always present, and it's always accessible for you. It's as simple as asking for the guidance, asking for the clues, asking for the help, basically, and you will always receive it. And the more you practice this, the more you ask for guidance once you don't know, the sooner you'll see how to receive that guidance and how to notice more of the tips and clues and whatever, in whatever form it comes to your life. And the opposite, or why we sometimes struggle, or why we get anxious, or why we get depressed, is when we forget that there is guidance, that we are not alone, and the higher intelligence that we're connected to is always trying to help us, and is always trying to guide us, and is always trying to give us clues on what's best for us. But unfortunately, on the other hand, the ego tends to position us into the self-pity, into the victim, into the fast reaction, and we believe that we need to give a quick reaction, a quick solution, a quick decision, and this disables us from receiving that guidance, because a sudden reaction or sudden solution doesn't allow us to receive help, to receive the guidance. And therefore, then if we practice that, on the other hand, instead of the trust that there is the guidance for us and receiving, if we practice instead the quick reaction, immediately reacting, giving the decision now, and feeling this necessity of immediateness, then this is gonna be our reality. And the more we practice this instead of the trust, the more we feel like we're alone, like there's a load of the world on our shoulders, and logically the more pain we're gonna be experiencing. The less we trust the world and the guidance, the more load we're closing into ourselves, and the more we're strengthening the belief that we're alone, that we have no guidance, that we have to come up with all the solutions, we have to be responsible for everything and everyone, which obviously isn't a healing approach, and it isn't a sustainable approach in life, and sooner or later leads to a lot of uncomfortableness or burnout or pain or chronic pain, anxiety, and things like that. And so it's very important to keep reminding yourself that if you ask for guidance, it's always here for you. And it comes in the right time. This is also the other important part of it. It comes to you always at the right time and place, because you need to be ready to receive the guidance. If you're not ready to receive the guidance, then you won't see it. And so the lesson you need to learn is gonna be, how can I trust more? How can I see more of the signs that I'm doing the right things, I'm on my right path, and these are the decisions that are right for me. Because if we practice the trust in the guidance, then we feel more and more right, and the feeling like you're doing the right thing, and you feel like you're on the right path, that is the alignment. That is why we do the healing. That is the alignment of all the satisfaction, all the worthiness, all the good enough. And it's important to remind yourself that you're never alone. It's never only up to you to come up with a solution or decision. There's an infinite amount of possibilities for the solutions, and you can always ask for guidance. Yeah, so every situation can be resolved by infinite amounts of ways. And if we believe there's no solution, or if we put the pressure on ourselves that we need to resolve it but we don't know how, this is opposing the truth that there is infinite ways of resolving every single situation. Therefore, only stepping away from that situation and trusting that the right guidance, the right answer will come to you takes a lot of courage. But over time, you learn that this will bring ease and relief into your life, into that tension. Instead of that tension, you must, you're the one that is responsible for everyone and has all the load and has to carry all that load. And carrying that load is the chronic pain. So you are your guidance, and remind yourself of this.